Unwelcome trick-or-treater. The chill of October had settled over the small suburban neighborhood, and the Johnson family, like many others, eagerly prepared for Halloween. Decorations adorned their front yard, and the children couldn't wait to dress up and collect candies from the neighbors. But as the days grew shorter and the nights colder, the Johnsons began to experience something far more sinister than spooky decorations and ghostly costumes. It all started innocently enough with an anonymous Halloween card left in their mailbox. The card featured a grinning jack-o'-lantern and a simple message: trick or treat. At first, the Johnsons dismissed it as a friendly neighborhood prank, but the next day, another card arrived, this one more unsettling. It depicted a skeletal hand gripping a knife, and the message read, "You'll be sorry." Alarmed, Mr. Johnson decided to call the police, but they couldn't do much without concrete evidence. So, the family decided to install security cameras around their property to catch the mysterious sender in the act. Days passed, and the cards kept coming. Each one grew more ominous. One showed a noose hanging from a gnarled tree branch, and another featured a black cat with piercing red eyes. The messages inside were even more disturbing, threatening harm to the Johnsons. As Halloween approached, the Johnsons' nerves were frayed. The constant stream of sinister cards had taken a toll on their once joyful anticipation of the holiday. They began to withdraw from their neighbors, no longer trusting anyone in the close-knit community. Then, on Halloween night, something truly terrifying occurred. The family had gathered in the living room, the children in their costumes and excitement in the air, when the doorbell rang. Mr. Johnson answered it, expecting to find trick-or-treaters. But there was no one there, just a small, blood-stained box. He brought it inside, and the family gathered around as he carefully opened it. Inside, they found a severed finger, the nail painted with black and orange nail polish. A note accompanied it. "Trick or treat." Screams filled the room as the family recoiled in horror. Mrs. Johnson rushed to call the police while Mr. Johnson examined the gruesome contents of the box. The finger was real. There was no doubt about it. The police arrived quickly, and their investigation intensified. They collected the box and finger as evidence, but there were no fingerprints, no clues to the identity of the sender. The neighborhood was gripped by fear, and Halloween was no longer a time of joy, but a nightmarish ordeal. Weeks turned into months, and the cards and threats continued unabated. The Johnsons felt trapped in their own home, unable to escape the relentless tormentor. The police were no closer to finding the person responsible, and paranoia seeped into every aspect of their lives. One evening, as the family sat huddled in their living room, the power suddenly went out. Darkness enveloped them, broken only by the eerie glow of a jack-o'-lantern outside the window. The children cried out in fear, and Mr. Johnson grabbed a flashlight, determined to investigate. As he made his way through the dark house, he heard a faint scratching sound coming from the basement. Heart pounding, he cautiously descended the stairs. In the dim light of his flashlight, he saw a figure hunched in the corner, writing something on a Halloween card. "Who are you?" Mr. Johnson demanded, his voice trembling. The figure turned to reveal a grotesque mask, a horrifying caricature of a grinning jack-o'-lantern. With a menacing laugh, the masked intruder lunged forward, wielding a knife. Mr. Johnson fought for his life, struggling to keep the intruder at bay. The sound of the struggle brought Mrs. Johnson running, and together they managed to overpower the masked assailant and rip off the mask. Underneath, they found their neighbor, Mr. Thompson, a man they had known for years. He had been the source of their torment all along, driven by some twisted obsession with Halloween. As the police took him away, he whispered, "Trick or treat," one last time, sending shivers down their spines. The nightmare was finally over, but the Johnsons would never look at Halloween the same way again. The holiday that had once brought them joy and laughter was forever tainted by the memory of the unwelcome trick-or-treater.